Good afternoon. We have in our midst Dr. G.C. Kilnani, a specialist in pulmonary critical care, and we welcome you to the NATCO Pharma Specialty Studio this afternoon. We look forward to your years of wisdom in practice to the young generation of doctors. Those are associated with critical care, especially in bacterial resistance. Doctor, what are the changes you have foreseen in critical care management?
So critical care has come a long way from the very high mortality 35 years back that I saw when nobody wanted to be on mechanical ventilation. Now the survival has improved, the quality of care has improved, and also there are several advances in intensive care, not only in mechanical ventilation, in diagnosis, and also in treatment, especially treatment of infections.
Um, with your experience and now, being the chairman, what is your advice to the young generation of doctors, those in ICU for, patient care enhancement?
So, being philosophical, I would advise my younger colleagues not to leave touch of internal medicine. Clinical diagnosis is important. Another thing which is actually hurting the outcome of critical care is multi-drug resistant infections. And these infections are because of the rampant use of and inappropriate use of antibiotics, not only in intensive care, but in the community and also by doctors and non-doctors and chemists and so on and so forth. So Indian Society of Critical Care Medicine came out with guidelines on rational use of antibiotics in 2018, which I was leading. That paper is published in Indian Journal of Critical Care Medicine, which has been upgraded now. So this year, the society has again given me the privilege of coming out with guidelines for prescribing antibiotics in critically ill. And I have 28 more authors in this who is who in the society, and this paper is already accepted with 900 references and 400 pages. So this is
Excellent.
going to be coming online in a few days' time. So my advice would be to younger colleagues would be that not to jump on to use higher or more expensive antibiotics, but use it only when indicated with rational, with the background of sensitivity reports, so that we don't land into a troublesome area which is now today, where we are getting pen resistant bacteria in our ICU and no antibiotic works.
Oh, I was just coming to the prevalence of Carbonimus producing bacteria in the practice. And what are the treatment options that you would advise?
So you have hit the nail in asking me this question, because the prevalence is anything more than 50%, and especially in ICUs, which has been in existence for some time, especially in larger cities. So we have to make use of the biotechnology based investigation. Like we need to find out whether it's MDM or it's OXA 48, and accordingly use the antibiotics in a rational way. If you start giving polymyxin B or colistin or ceftazidime, avibactam to all our patients, then these antibiotics are going also to be useless. But equally important is the preventive strategies. Uh, the following the hand hygiene in the ICU, avoiding the preventing the cross infections, isolating the correct patient, treating the MRSA patient rationally. So infection control practices have to be there for to prevent genesis of ICU infections. So that is actually a very big area where I think Indian ICUs are lagging behind.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Dr. Kilnani, and we value your time here with us. We wish you all the best on behalf of NATCO Pharma Specialty.